That opening looked good, eh? Hey, Bucky? Oh, okay. It was good.
All right, we can do this.
Let's go, boys.
Yeehaw!
Well, day 3 at the Spengler Cup here at the Ice Stadium in Davos. And games of consequence, Kent, as each side tries to get points to get a favorable future here the rest of the week. This should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 3 teams in each group. If you're able to win your group, that gives you a bye directly to the semifinals. So coming into today's game, Pardubice has 2 points from their shootout victory over Freiburg. Freiburg's already had 2 games in the bag, so they actually lead the group currently with 4 points. And Oulu looking for their first points of the tournament after that loss yesterday. So certainly lots to play for here this afternoon.
Regulation time win for Oulu would mean a more favorable draw in a quarterfinal matchup, so that will be on their minds, and just feeling a little bit better about their games going into the quarterfinal to boot as well. So we are ready to go here. Martin Kaut, you'll see on the right wing there in red for Pardubice, and he's hoping to last longer than 3 minutes before his night is through, as he was thrown out of game number 1 on opening day after his tussle. So we'll see exactly how the first period looks for both of these sides. There's been a lot of emotion throughout the course of this tournament already. And now we're getting to games of consequence. The puck drops on this one, and David Busil quickly throws that into the bench, and will face off again in neutral ice. Right back to center, in fact.
Well, a couple of changes for the Oulu lineup after the loss yesterday. Pardubice running the same group that got them the shootout victory.
Face off past Musil this time. He gives chase back into his own zone. Up the right side now for Dynamo Pardubice. Kaut's pass to Kellerman didn't work, and now Oulu carries up the left side. Go for Cheek and Passo there trying to extract the puck. Instead, it's right back to the blue line. Jereznek up to Sedlak. There's Kaut breaking down the right side. Shoots. Right pad save is made by Karinen. And a good scoring chance on the first shift for that top line for Pardubice.
Well, real nice look on that rink-wide pass. And that's something to keep your eye on today and the rest of the tournament, as we see these teams love to move the puck east-west.
Right back into the slot, and a fabulous shot off the stick of Ben Tardif. And Vomachka put to the test. Radil waiting for a pass on the right side from Pavlovic, but It's up over the glass, and we'll face off in the offensive zone here for Dynamo Pardubice.
Well, here's a quick look at Martin Kaut's low snapper that's turned aside. And how about these lively boards? It's pretty harmless dumping, but perfectly placed into the corner to come right out into the slot. Tardif is the first one to it. And as you mentioned, Blake, Vomachka up to the challenge.
And good scouting by Oulu to use those end boards as lively as they are. Big rebound there from Karinen to no consequence. Puck still in the offensive zone here, though. Polacek behind the goal. Helped out by Vondracek. Back to the point now. Not quite on goal. Blocked before it got there. Hayek, and now a collision. And an interference call early on here. And Oulu will get a man advantage less than 90 seconds into the game.
Now it's going to be Patrick Polacek, guilty of just a little bit too much in front of the net. You can see him drive right through the Oulu defender and plows him into his own netminder. That's a pretty easy call for the referee standing 10 feet away. And obviously, as a coach, you never like to see penalties like that in the offensive zone, especially when Pardubice had control of the puck at the point.
Kovarchik in to take the draw. One immediately back into the high slot. And the shot there doesn't get through off the stick of Turunen. Back to Kovarchik at the half wall. Podvisto floats one on goal. Glove down, and now Sedlak the other way. Sedlak keeps, drags. Glove save made by Karinen to rob Pardubice of a short-handed marker off the stick of Lucas Sedlak.
Wow, terrific patience from Sedlak as he pulls it across, hangs on. Needed it to get it about an inch higher, but that is a fabulous save from Tommy Karhunen, the Oulu netminder, tested early and short-handed.
Position, stick on the ice.
Pavlovic in to take the draw. Quickly back into possession of Oulu. And again, on the power play. But the best scoring opportunity thus far to Lukas Sedlak. Gardner stick handles through the neutral zone. Back to the point now. Gardner again at the half wall now. Over to Bjork. Gardner back down low. Tardif. Gardner at the right circle. Got that through to Bjork. Onto the right side now. Tardif holding. Virta. Melnick. Good puck movement here, but no shots on goal just yet. Bjork looks like he's loading. Melnick takes the shot off the chest of Vomachka. Virta so close, scores! Patrick Virta waited, fired, and it's 1-0 Oulu.
Second goal in as many games from Patrick Virta. And we got a glimpse of that terrific wrist shot that he possesses yesterday. And here, hangs on, as you mentioned, gets his head up and picks his spot past Vomachka, the Pardubice goaltender. Terrific puck movement from Oulu, moving it around the outside. Eventually a little bit of a broken play, ends up on Virta's stick in the high slot. And it's interesting how he just stick handled a few times, maybe thought about kicking it out to the left or right, and instead pulled the trigger on a beauty.
Back underway here, and Pardubice now forced to play some catch-up. Pass didn't hit Herchik, but he's first to it on the end boards. Tripped up there, no call on that play. And a chance for Oulu to exit the zone. Hermonen keeps possession. Back into the middle, and an icing call coming against, waved off. And Bjork's got to be careful. Give it away right in front. And now back into the high slot. Bouncing puck, corralled by the Finnish side and played down the ice. Again, no icing here either. Oh, they do call it. in the end, trickling across the end line, and the call is made.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why the initial one was called off. It was well past the goal line when Karhunen came out to play it. He played it behind the net.
There's a conference, and now they realize that there's a differing of opinions on the icing call, so they'll just face off at center ice. Maybe a couple missed in a row there. Our bad, say the officials, and they face off and get restarted here early in the first period. Oulu on the power play marker from Virta. Up a goal, now driving towards the net. Pardubice looking for more. Kellerman couldn't get it quite on goal. Kaut back to the point. Sedlak competing for the puck on the half wall. Gets past Kellerman again. Kaut on the other side. Sedlak away from traffic. Kaut in some space now. Goes to a busy point on Cheresnak. Kaut does well to track back and make a play defensively. Now an odd man rush. Kaut into the middle. Through Sedlak, though he couldn't handle the pass. Top line does look rather dangerous, though, early here for Pardubice.
I mean, Kaut just adds such an element to this Pardubice team. And you mentioned the first unit. Only 3 minutes of ice time in game one, and then got a game misconduct for the fight he was in. And man, when he's been on the ice, he's looked very, very dangerous.
Dvorak pressured, nearly coughed up the puck, but Pavlovich able to pick it up, skates across center ice. Puck is in, thrown on goal. Karinen makes the stop. All the way back to the point, Saboril. Saboril tried a shot, blocked initially, still in the zone, but some time for Reed Gardner here. Couldn't hook up with Ben Tardif. And now back into the zone. Gosal took the hit, got the better of that collision with Passo. Gosal past Rodil. Was below the goal line. Rodil another chance at the puck, but Tardif calms play down, goes backwards to Passo. And Oulu a chance to exit the zone. It's a poor pass to Tardif, though. And now here come Pardubice again. Mandat couldn't reach the pass. Machine has to work quickly off of his stick, side of the goal on a poke check. Collisions in the corner. Pardubice, chance to keep it alive at the line. Thrown towards goal. Big rebound off the end boards and nearly tucked in there by Vondracek. Gets it again in the corner. Vondracek out to the point. Mandat floats his shot, blockered away. That was headed towards the corner, and Karinen just gets a piece. See the pushback here from Pardubice.
We talked about the physicality in this game, the size of Pardubice, how they want to establish that cycle game. We saw that last shift there, working the puck down low in the corner, getting it back to the points, and then long shots through. Here you see Kusal, who had the puck on his stick. Passo comes to eliminate him, and instead he's eliminated himself. Big, strong forward, Robert Kusal.
Former World Junior back in 2010. And played for the Oshawa Generals for a spell as well. So we talked about that Pardubice pressure, but then the icing of the puck, and now they've got to defend off the draw, but turnover there. Giving it back in the neutral zone, however. Ultima cross for Machine. Starts out the far side. Peltonen floats it on goal and easily handled by Vomachka. And why not hold on here for a whistle? 13:31 left to play in the first. It's Oulu out in front. Been better than maybe we thought.
Yeah.
These guys are going to score. This line's going to score.
They're I like their transition too.
Yeah.
They move the puck quick on line changes, which is nice, instead of taking it back and taking it back. Oh, this should be good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's pretty good. Welcome back to Davos. Blake Price, Kent Simpson bringing you early action here. Dynamo Pardubice, Kärpät Oulu on day 3 action here, where you start to see the standings take shape going into the quarterfinals. Face-off win for Oulu. Played back to the point. Rung around for Torriani. Couldn't get possession. Still alive in the offensive zone. Torriani now to Virta with that shot and goal early on. Goes cross ice. Curl and drag. Just about got into the slot area, did Bork. But it's Kaut now the other way. Dishes right for Sedlak. Dropping for Kaut. Kaut with some space. Tough angle, easy save. Garden, but now Kaut banging away at the side of the goal, and it's in! Martin Kaut! And there was method to his madness from the tough angle. They'll have a look to make sure that crossed the line and that the officials believe it was before any whistle, but Kaut appears to have evened it up at 1.
Well, Martin Kaut has made his presence known early and often here. Look at the strength, look at the second effort there. He makes the reaction. Obviously, he had a better view than probably a lot of us.
There was an official on the far post who immediately pointed. We're getting a great look here.
He got the second look, bounces it in.
Oh, yes.
That is a goal. That's a great effort from Martin Kaut. Banging it off Karhunen. Just gets over the goal line by probably an inch.
Oh, Paso was so close to saving that one. But this game should be tied at 1.
You know, Blake, we were excited to see what Martin Kaut was going to bring to game 1. I think both of us were a little bit disappointed when he left so early. As advertised through 7 minutes here.
Such a good player. 2-time World Junior player. A first-round draft pick of Colorado. 16th overall back in 2018. And he's on the board. And Pardubice got the win. It took them past 60 minutes, so just the 2 points, but it may have been a little bit easier. And Martin Kaut stayed around to play all of that game. Crafty play here. And he absolutely knew what he was doing. And you can see the energy that he's bringing to the table here. And it felt like Kaut would make his presence felt, and he has. And we reset the game here with under 13 minutes still to go in this opening period. Pavlovic keeps it alive. Now the shot fought off by Karinen. Chance there for Kosal on the rebound too, but couldn't quite get to it. Visto rotates that one around on the near side boards all the way down the ice. No icing on the play. Dvorak to Zboril. Can't get it out. Corvisto right into the glove of Omachka.
Well, it was Oulu, of course, opening the scoring on the power play. I think we can all agree that it's been Pardubice with the run of play since then, and really other than that stretch when Oulu had the man advantage. But as they get the puck in deep here and a long shot, maybe look to create a play on an offensive face-off here. Get one more look at the second effort from Kaut, and you can see the referee. He wanted, as you mentioned, he was in good position to call it a goal, but he made the box square with his hands, saying, I better get a look at that myself.
Just an active stick and a chance to get a shot on goal, but good defensive play by Pardubice to cover that one up, and another big hit at the blue line as Pardubice has come with a well-rounded game early on in this one. Slid in deep by Polacek, and it'll be an icing call that really wasn't. There's been a few of these icing calls against the run of play where Pardubice doesn't necessarily need to make the play, but Korpamaki feeling that one.
That's Libor Hayek using the body. Tampa Bay Lightning pick, played 110 games with the New York Rangers, showing off his physical side. And that's something we talked about, how really both teams have some strength, but early on here, Pardubice being a little bit more aggressive than Oulu.
Down the left side. Polacek and Vondracek down below the goal line. Oulu trying to get this puck moving. Bjork kicking that back into the corner, but now he's left the man open down low. Mandat all the way back to the point. Radek. Vondracek. Mandat can't come away with the puck, and finally a chance to breathe here for Peltonen. Waiting for the change to complete. Peltonen out the far side. Passo slides it in deep, but quickly gathered by Pardubice. And Hudek to Pokobrodski. Testing Karonen, and it's somewhere in his pads. Gets the whistle that he wants with 11:02 left to play in the opening period.
Well, Tommy Karhunen, the netminder for Oulu, has been tested a few times, and he certainly hasn't been overly sharp. Made a big glove save early on, but a few bobbles, and then, of course, the goal off Kaut. Able to trickle past his pad and the post. Just couldn't quite get up tight enough, and then here, plays it off the shoulder and has a tough time trying to find it.
Big guns are back. Kaut tried a shot on the set play off the draw. Didn't get through. Oulu up the near boards, or are they back down into the corner from Pardubice? Teresnak comes away with the puck. Can't make the initial pass, still has it. Back to the point. Down low for Kaut. Sedlak wires his shot high and wide. Teresnak over the stick of Sedlak. He'll give chase. Kaut prowling as well. Steals the puck back for Pardubice. So strong is Kaut. And Oulu content to slow it down. Outshot 9-5 at the moment. Flipped in by Melnick. Tardif onto the puck. Melnick is there at the side of the goal, right into the crease, and Vomachka has to cover up. All three Oulu forwards there behind the goal, and for a moment looked like they might benefit off that puck squirting off the end wall.
Well, this is a line that we expected to see a little bit more of. You got to look at the forecheck from Melnick and Tardif. It just squirts out, but you add on top of that Reed Gardner, former Prince Albert Raider and Kelowna Rocket, leading scorer on this Oulu team, and they're going to be relied upon. We've seen the top line of Pardubice make their presence known. These guys got to step up as well.
Face-off win here for Oulu. Tardif looking for Gardner. There he is in the slot. The shot doesn't get through. Gardner again keeping things alive. Melnick giving chase behind the goal. Vomachka there to greet the puck, but a chance for Melnick. Couldn't quite get to it first. Puck still in the zone, but now to neutral ice. Machine backed up and receives the puck once more below the goal line. Oulu will change. Around 9.5 to go here in the opening period. 1-1 the score. Ringed in off the glass. Last couple of shifts looking more promising for the Finnish side. Back to the point. Shot is blocked up high. Hermann stuck against the wall. Rushoff into help. Just throws it through the slot. Nobody was there, though. Korpamaki giving chase now, but too late. Polacek. Cross ice pass. Mandat. High slot. Still has the puck. Takes the shot into traffic. Karonen able to see it, and he covers up with 9 minutes to play here in the period.
Well, again, we just get another example of the patience from these players. Mandat comes across the top of the circles, doesn't try to force one through, waits till he's got a little bit of daylight and some traffic in front. Karhunen's able to fight off that traffic and hang on.
Offensive face-off win Lucille. Funny bounce off the wall and cleared by Otama. Uliniemi, the half wall. The fourth line gets a shift here. Peltonen throws it on goal. Vomachka easily steers that aside. Antti-Roikko. Uliniemi couldn't knock that puck down. Chance to clear for Pardubice. Lucille whacks at it. Now back out into the slot. And you can put Terry as his shot blocked. But Ville Mantema will like that. Head coach of Oulu as the fourth line gets out there and spends some time in the offensive zone. Virta takes down his man. The hand is in the air from the officials, and Sedlak escapes the zone. 6-on-5 here shortly. They hold on to possession. And the shot is blocked up over the glass and out of play, but Dynamo Pardubice it to the power play when we come back. Let's bring it up. I mean, it's not spectacular looking, but the passes just seem better right now. Like, I don't know if the ice is better, but we're not seeing that fumbling that we saw earlier. You know,
A little crisper out there.
And you could mention they took the ice out. That'll be a good.
Yeah.
Oh, so they are getting rid of it there. Okay. I was wondering where the snow was
goes
going.
into the Zem
I
right
thought they
there.
were just dumping it on the as they skated it away.
Depositing it like breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Things could get interesting in Davos here. 1-1 game between Pardubice and Oulu from Finland. But to the power play goes the Czech side, and they have been buzzing out shooting Oulu right now 10-7 in the period. Face-off win for Oulu. Chance to clear immediately. But the Czech of Martin Kaut keeps the puck alive. Teresnak tried to get that to Kaut. He was open, but a great stick from Korpamaki breaks it up, and now a 3-on-2 here. Korpamaki takes the shot. Vomachka the save. No rebound. He wanted to get play going, but he has to hold on, and it's a defensive zone faceoff on the power play here for Pardubice.
Well, smart play here. You see Korpamaki just put it on net, and then Hermanen making sure to stop there. Vomachka really wanted to move that puck out to his defenseman to carry the play. But smart job by the Oulu forward to get the whistle. Keep the puck 200 feet away from his own net.
Nico Pateri lost a glove in the face-off. Now quickly gets it back on in order to help kill off the rest of this penalty. Radil flipping that to Kaut. Wheels out of his own zone. Fends off the check. Now with some space down the right side. Holds up at the half wall. Sedlak pries the puck free again. He's in the corner to the point for Teresnak. Left side for Radil. Sedlak to Radil. Wanting to find Martin Kaut at the other side of the ice. Not going to risk it for the pass through everybody. Radil to Sedlak. Back to Radil. Still no shots here for Pardubice. Radil, the face-off circle. Now the shot, and the leg is out from Passo. And he gets the puck over the glass. And we've seen that, and on successful power plays, waiting for that shot. It worked for Virta, for Oulu, but this time not so much for Pardubice.
Yeah, we've really seen that as a theme here, is just trying to get the perfect play. But you got to give credit to Oulu, staying in the diamond there, not giving away any seams, because you're right. They were looking to go backdoor to Kaut that whole time, and it wasn't there. Eventually blocked up and over into the netting.
Polacek in to take the draw for Pardubice. Can't get to it. Zaboral saves it at the line, only for a moment though. Korpamaki now stealing. Hermanen 1-on-3, so doesn't like those odds. Goes all the way back to the blue line. And a chance to kill some more time. Inside 30 seconds on the power play here for Pardubice. Zboril spitting away from the check. Pavlovic with a nice pass to Kosal. Long cross-ice pass. And Kellerman gives it up. 1v1 and a chance there at the last second for Kovarchik to make something of it. Lost the puck into the corner, but the penalty's over. Back to 5-on-5 here. And skating out of the zone is Polacek, but they'll go backwards to facilitate the change here. Pardubice on the move. Dumped in. Rung around to the far side now. Vervala. Changes wings to the open side. Hayek drops that in the corner. Now put towards the goal. Vondracek had his head up, but couldn't find a tip in front. Circling back is Vondracek once more. Out of gas, he peels off on a change. Vala mishandled the puck. And now stuck in the corner with Tardif all over. Just has to settle for the flip down the ice. Not enough for icing. Picked up by Passo. Tardif. And hanging on by their fingertips, Oulu was defensively, but now Reed Gardner giving chase. Can't get to the puck first. Teresnak finds an open Martin Kaut. Dumps it into the corner. Otama takes the body. Makes the pass. Tardif dancing through the neutral zone. Might have taken a stick up high, but gets the puck to Gardner. Gardner looking for Melnick. Pass doesn't connect, and here comes Pardubice the other way. Back and forth they go. And offside at the line, breaking up the back and forth we talked about, but 4:19 left to play, still 1-1. Both sides have had their power play opportunities.
Yeah, you see the speed from Oulu, and that's what they're going to have to do. Tardif thought he drew a penalty there on the high stick, but kind of see two different ways of playing. When the puck gets down low for Pardubice, they're using their size, their body positioning. On the other side, you see Oulu really just trying to use their speed, jump to holes, and a little bit quicker puck movement.
Herman tips it in deep. Korpamaki try to skate onto it. Zboril, quick play though. Dvorak on the backhand to Radil. And just like that, a nice exit for Pardubice, but Pavlovic hit. And Oulu gets another shot to enter. Flipped in, not deep. Dvorak a chance to make a play. Zboril spins off the end wall. Lead pass to Radil. Across the line, they're onside this time. The drop pass is fake. Radil tries to throw one towards the goal, and that did not miss the near side post by much. Oulu chipping that over the blue line was Passo. Gets it into the offensive zone now. He's a lone soldier as the change is on for the Finnish side. Yliniemi comes over to make a play, joined by Antti Roikko to the blue line, not out. Antti Roikko coming to the near side boards now. Can't get it in deep, but kept the puck there. Yliniemi goes behind the goal, and Pardubice able to exit now. Vondracek swipes at the puck, and that one escaped the ice. 3:01 to go in this first period.
Well, here's a look at Radil just missing the far side by inches. Great look there as he does the fake cross and drop. Tries to get Karhunen moving to his right, put it back to the left. Oh, so close.
A lot more skill plays working here today. And we've been watching the ice looks a little bit better today than it has in recent days, and a little crisper offensive play, it looks like here, Kit.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Blake. I think it just takes a few days for this ice to get settled. If you can imagine when HC Davos plays their last league game, they got to take the ice out, get new advertisements in for the Spengler Cup sponsorships, and then they got to rebuild the ice. And just takes a few days, but looking much better here.
Like a fine wine, getting better with age and allowing the skill to shine through here. Hayek behind his own goal. Waiting and waiting. Makes the pass. And the first line tries to go to work. Kellerman didn't get that one deep enough and allows Oulu a chance to exit. Kaut on the prowl, can't dispossess the puck, but now Kellerman is onto it. Sedlak joins him. Cheresnak jumps over his stick, but Kaut was there. Kaut's everywhere, it appears, tonight. Kellerman and Sedlak in the corner. Kaut right there as well, waiting for the puck to squirt out, but it's not to him. And Oulu able to get the puck out to neutral ice. Sedlak on the backhand, flips it in deep. Closing in on 90 seconds to go in the opening period. 1-1 the score. Shots 11-8 in favor of Pardubice. And here comes Oulu as a five-man line across center ice. Korpamaki extracts the puck, leaves it for Rushoff. Korpamaki again in the corner. Holds onto the puck. All the way back to the point. Bjork couldn't quite find it. And he has to get all the way back to his own zone.
Well, it was a good look to Rushoff in the slot there. Just went over his stick. But again, that's something that Oulu's got to keep up with down low once they establish possession. Keep their feet moving.
Uliniemi couldn't find the puck in his own skates. Pardubice is away through center ice. Vondracek just fights off the check. Tried to center it off the side of the goal instead. Mondat lost the puck. One more chance to get it back to the blue line, and now out as Hayek couldn't hold the line. Closing seconds here of the opening period. One last chance to get up ice. Kaut wheels out of his own zone. He could go solo here. Martin Kaut takes the shot, and the save is made by Kaarinen. With 5.2 seconds remaining in the opening frame, and you got the feeling he was going to do that.
Well, you know, this was something to watch because Martin Kaut hopped on the ice with about 16 seconds left. The puck came back into Pardubice end, and he just got some speed, and you just kind of got a sense of what he was thinking. He knew that there was time for probably one last rush, and might as well try to do it myself. And he just about sneaks it past Karhunen.
And with that face-off win for Oulu, they'll pin the puck against the wall, and that is it to end this opening 20 minutes, which was a pretty good one. And Oulu probably losing on the judges' cards, but only by a few points there as they fought back valiantly.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Blake. I say Pardubice came out maybe a little bit stronger than Oulu, but of course Oulu opened the scoring off the stick of Patrick Virta. Great shot on the power play, and then really for about the next 10 minutes, we saw Pardubice and that top line by Martin Kaut take over. Kaut gets the equalizer to make this a 1-1 game, and that's where we are through 20 minutes of play.
Bonjour.
That I think it was the second, maybe it was the opening shift of the game when I was chatting. That carom off the boards caught me off guard. That
Crazy.
came right out in the slot.
I mean,
Oh, sorry.
if we had time there, I was going to say, like, that's smart scouting. Like, to know, because that was an intentional play, and they've only played in this barn once, and they were like, you can trampoline it off the end boards.
Were they the ones playing that game when that shot came across and then just almost like it picked up speed
Yeah.
getting out of the zone?
Patrick Vierta was dental surgery that I was not up for. Four shots on goal. Yeah. The Peltons were really just dumpings. They don't track hits here.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, Hudak probably has 3 in the minute 30.
Well, a fine opening 20 minutes in this one here in Davos at the Ice Stadium, and looking forward to the final 40 as well. 1-1 between Dynamo Pardubice and Oulu. Shots on goal, as we saw, 12-8, and the interesting part is 3 guys account for 12 of those, or 10 of those 12 shots, and that is one gentleman right there, Martin Kaut, with 4 shots on goal. Andre Vala with 3, and Jan Mandat with 3 as well. So that's where the shots have been coming from. Now, we looked at a heat map earlier ourselves. A lot of it up to the outside. I mean, if there's one criticism Pardubice might have of its own game, is they get a little more interior.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Blake. When we look at where shots were coming from off the sticks of Pardubice, they certainly were perimeter shots. The lone goal off the stick of Martin Kaut, of course, right next to the goal, jamming it in past the post and the netminder.
Scramble right off the draw here to start the second period. Puck into the offensive zone for Pardubice, but just a hair offside. They'll bring the puck back to neutral ice.
Well, we talked about the dynamic that Martin Kaut brings to this first line. Look at Lucas Sedlak there. When they were on the ice, they certainly controlled the play, along with Milos Kelemen.
Lucas Sedlak with a long chat with the referee. One of the referees to begin the second period. You wonder what he was campaigning for. Kelemen at the hash marks there on the wall. Kaut away with it. Martin Kaut on the backhand. Kick save made by Karinen. And the puck is free to center. Bulldozing his way again, Martin Kaut. Gosal waiting for the pass from Pavlovic. Never comes. And now Pavlovic is in down that wall, runs into some traffic in the form of Passo. Gosal at the circle. Big rebound is there. Charging towards the goal. Zaboro couldn't do anything with it. And now put back in offside again. They'll bring the faceoff back to neutral ice, but only more momentum here for Pardubice to begin the second.
Well, one thing they do very, very well is protect the puck. They shield it off with their body and create space from that. Just watch the next time Pardubice gets the puck down low. It might seem like they don't have a lot of space or time, and then they protect the puck with their body, and that creates a few steps and opens up a seam maybe for a pass or a lane to the net.
Polacek battling for it with Melnick. And little time and space now for Koivisto. Oulu away, Gardner. Cross ice dump in, Tardif will give chase. Back to Gardner, couldn't reach for the puck, it was in the official skates. They'll get it back down deep again. Gardner has it go off his skates. Melnick to Gardner. Spins out of the corner. Tardif back to Gardner. Tardif again. Protecting the puck. Trying to spin away from the pressure of Dvorak, who just steals the puck from him. Got some help there for a moment, but Pardubice is away. And Saboro dumps it in. Oulu's got to move quickly on the line change of Pardubice. Rakos just entered the zone a little bit too soon. Herchik was just exiting. Another offside call here to begin the second.
Yeah, just a little too excited to bring that puck across the line. We saw Oulu in the first period use the lively boards to their advantage. This time a little bit against them here as the Karam bounced away from the Oulu teammate.
Karinen to leave the puck for his defender. Only as far as the hash marks. Free to Vala. Andre Vala teed up the one-timer there from Hayek. And that one came close. Herchik on his backhand. Can't get that puck off the wall. Finally does get it in deep. Squirts free near Karinen. Marko Brodsky missed by a margin. Musil back in deep, but nobody but Koivisto is there. Chance to advance it to center ice, only as far as center. Kopamaki can't quite reach it, but bringing up the rear's Machine. Top line up for Pardubice again. Count. Kelemen lost control of the puck at the defensive blue line. One more chance to exit the zone. Count gets it to Sedlak. Sedlak does it all himself, takes this shot, but right into the chest of Tommy Karinen, who holds on here with 16:44 still to play in the second.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we'll see it, but that was actually a really nifty play from Kaut on the hard rim around through traffic to play that on his forehand and just ever so delicately put it into the middle of the ice in his own zone for Sedlak to skate onto. And then from there, you saw Sedlak take that long shot. But, you know, board work, obviously, as we know, so important win those battles. And that was just some slick mitts from Kaut to put that out to his centerman.
Kosal wins the draw for Pavlovic. Battling to get it back in the corner. Kosal. One quick move, looked like he was away. Stick comes up there, but the arms stay down. No high sticking call. Saboro holds, cross ice for Dvorak. Dvorak feeds the slot. Radil couldn't get a stick on it. Saboro keeps it alive for a moment. Now Oulu, a breath and a pass ahead to Virta. Virta waiting, drops the pass, and Kovarchik couldn't quite get a shot on goal. Radil rims it around. Dvorak receives in all sorts of space. Long pass, tipped by Polacek, but they were still mid-change. Melnick down the right side for Oulu. Dropping for Tardif. Tardif protects, dances along the blue line. Pass onto the far side. There's the shot and a left pad save made by Vomachka, and he guides it up into the netting.
Well, that was a bang play from Oulu there, looking to the front of the net. That was a second missed high stick call here, but Uusala as a defender jumps down from the point. It's tape to tape, but you could just see the way he had the backhand of his stick angled to up, and it went right up and over. But that's something that I think Oulu is going to have to do a little bit more of, activate the D offensively.
Corvisto rims that around. Melnick receives it perfectly, but immediately bodied there by Vala. Melnick still battling. Now Tardif tries to keep it alive, but it gets through Koivisto and down the ice. The icing call is made, though, as Uusala hurried on back, and they'll get the offensive zone face-off again to Oulu.
In many instances, we've seen Pardubice use their size and strength. Well, it's also their weight as well, to a man, over 8 kilograms heavier than Oulu. So about 17 pounds average weight, more than the Finnish side.
Not to mention the couple of inches in height, and it's just a lot of mass to work through, though nearly giving away an opportunity right there. As Vala tried to stick handle his way in front of his own net, and Oulu gets another chance here in the offensive zone. Rushov has that off his stick. Korpamaki now out of the corner to the blue line into the skates of Otama. Bokobrodski takes this shot and gloved down by Kaarinen. And our first sense of emotion, really. We've seen a lot of it in the tournament, but in this game, it's taken to this moment with 14:45 left in the second for the tempers to flare.
Yeah, you're right. It's been pretty subdued, but you'll see when we get a replay, hopefully, of this shot here. Kaarinen does not catch this. It actually drops down below him, and I think that was the Pardubice player here, Chick, going and stopping in front. And a good job from Oulu defender to push him aside. That's what created a little bit of the pushback, but Kaarinen having a little bit of trouble. We saw that in the first period here. Doesn't catch it easily. Luckily for him, it just dropped down into his lap.
Face off to his left. To the wall. Sedlak to count. Down low looking for Kellerman. He was taken down. Sedlak picks it up. Nearly got it to count. He was waiting at the circle, but it's picked off. And a fine little rush from Uli Niemi to take the puck in deep. Still battling for it. Nika Pateri now to the blue line. Machine content to get that puck back in deep again. Poking for it is Antti Roikko, but through neutral ice again. And gathering is Oulu. Line change made. Runen tried to tee up Virta. Fanned on the shot. Cross for Bjork. Bjork takes a shot. Easily defended, and now Bjork back to pick it up again at his own line. Dropping for Kovarchik. Nobody on that far side. Stolen by Radil. Back to the point it goes. Musil. Pavlovic is there, blockered away by Kaarinen. still alive for Oulu. Kovarchik has his pocket picked though. Trying to win it back. Has it in his skates. And some sloppy play as the puck now back in the Pardubice end. Kosal can't get the puck in deep himself. Paso looking to take advantage. Quick pass to find Tardif in stride. Chip and chase to himself. And Gardner to have to adjust his helmet again. Don't know if the stick came up or it was just falling off. Koivisto then trying to feed the slot area. Melnick rips his shot well wide. Koivisto again finds Gardner behind the goal. Puck gets through him. Melnick can't swat it down either. And a chance for a rush here for Pardubice. Given away. Gardner turns the other way. Reed Gardner to the circle. Loose puck is there and gobbled up by Vomachka. 12:39 to play in the second period. Still knotted at 1.
Let him go. I caught him. Let him go. Let him go now. Hey. Yeah. Let him go.
Got messy there for a second, huh?
That was
Wow.
And again, just things like that pass to Gardner. Like he's got to receive that pass, man. Like that is just,
yeah.
And it was along the ice. Did not look like it was bouncing.
Yeah.
You got it. That's what separates the two teams. Like Pardubice is playing like a pro team. You know, like.
Well, and Oulu has to work so hard to even just get a scoring chance,
Yeah.
and you know then Pardubice is in the shooting lanes, or as you said, they work so hard and then it bobbles off a stick. There's a good one.
That's Gardner going down. The official with the headlock. That's too bad. We miss a lot of good replays because we're in break and they don't give it to him. Almost to the midway mark of this one here on day 3 of the Spengler Cup. Blake Price, Kent Simpson alongside. All knotted at 1 between Dynamo Pardubice and Kärpät Oulu. The northernmost club in the Finnish league, coming a long way to make its first appearance here at the Spengler Cup. And they're going toe-to-toe with a heavyweight, literally and figuratively here with Pardubice. Puck gets to center ice. Swung in deep by Herchik. Pokobrodski. Hard up against the end wall. Free for Rushov. The biggest body on Oulu, and he skates it well all the way to center. Chips it in. Dvorak there to play the puck, but good work by Hermanen to block it for a moment. Rushov in to help. Pamaki reaching in, can't hold up the puck though, all the way down the ice, and should be an icing against Pardubice.
You know, Blake, we're starting to see maybe a little bit more of attack zone time from the Oulu side, but one thing that we can tell is it is taking them to work so hard to get the puck into a scoring position. Almost has to be flawless. Hey, pass connect, and then shooting opportunity. Pardubice doing a good job keeping it to the perimeter and taking away shooting lanes.
Top line is out. Turunen stick handling his way through the high slot. Back to Otama. Can't get the shot on goal. Turunen again showing his skills on a couple of occasions here on this shift. Otama gets it back to him. Turunen in tight quarters. Holds on to the puck. Makes the pass. Now centering back door for Peltonen. Can't tuck it in. Kovarchik at the right circle, left side. Vomachka across to make the save, robbing Turunen. Best shift of the night maybe in the offensive zone at even strength at least for Oulu, but can't get that grade A opportunity. Tipped in now by Niku Pateri. Vomachka out to play it up over the glass. Thought that hit the netting, and so did the players, but they play on. Bjork off the boards and in deep. And Tiroyko back to the point. Bjork the shot, and the save is made by Vomachka. And now almost every whistle is creating a skirmish. When they went to break, they did this for another minute or so. So A close game deeper into the Spengler Cup, and we're starting to see emotions reach a high.
Yeah, it's certainly only fitting. I mean, really, for both clubs, you know, just battling so hard, not giving each other an inch. Dvorak and Nika Pateri going to be sent off here. A couple of roughing minors. But to your point a few moments ago, Blake, probably the best run of play we have seen from Oulu. Working the puck around, but again, not really getting that point-blank look that they'd like to on Vomachka. This last one, a long shot, easily gobbled up by the netminder.
Timo Turunen had the best shift of his game.
You're right, and I mean, and that's someone that we've been hoping to see a little bit more of. I mean, last year led the entire Finnish Liga in goals scored. Been quiet through 1.5 games.
Melnick won the draw, but split his defenders. Another chance here for Oulu. Tardif rims it around. Melnick was going far side. Vomachka picks up the puck, though. Vala off the boards. Almost out now it is as Sedlak gives way. Kaut tries his shot, just missed. Hayek pinching in from the point. Kellerman dropping for Kaut. On his backhand. Trying to get that puck back in deep. Rode up into the equipment there of an Oulu player. Now Gardner to Melnick. Tardif sends the puck in deep. Line having to make a change though. So no forecheck on Pardubice. Approaching the midway mark now of the second period and of the hockey game. Gosal. A chip but offside. And hands up for Pavlovic. Wondering what happened there. They're calling it an icing.
Yeah, just didn't quite get to center ice before that dump. Maybe about 2 feet before Kusal. And he needed to just wait a half second and brings it all the way back.
I have noticed the officials being very exacting in their icing calls.
And if they've been wrong, the referees aren't afraid to
overrule.
help them out and overrule it.
Yeah. Through neutral ice once more for Pardubice. Jusila back to pick it up. Nice play along the end boards, and now Rushov for the Finnish side. Jusila joining the rush, but the shot right into the middle of Vomachka. And you'll have to be creative to beat the Pardubice netminder, who has been sparkling ever since he entered for the third period in game number 1 of the Spengler Cup.
He had to come on relief for an injured Roman Ville in game 1, and you're right. Took his team to victory through overtime and a shootout. Very, very solid again here this afternoon.
And we should update again, Roman Ville is on the bench. The excruciating pain that we saw in that opener boiled down to cramps. We saw him trying to stretch it out, leaning back on his knees at the time, but he could barely get off the ice. And we thought, oh, it must be done for the tournament. He's on the bench here tonight. But Vomachka stealing the show right now. Turunen tried a shot. Couldn't get it through the maze of bodies. Mandat, right side. Blocker save made by Karunen. Or giveaway. And Virta was nearly sent away. Vomachka will tease him, but cover up ultimately with 9:07 left to go in the second period.
Well, Patrick Virta, the goal scorer for Oulu, just couldn't quite connect, and here's this nice cross-ice pass. And does that hit the crossbar or just the blocker there of Vondracek? And again, we mentioned it, a lot of east-west passing from these teams, especially Pardubice. Trying to change the angle of attack, change where the shot comes from, get the goalie moving back and forth in his crease.
The bigger ice tends to bring that out, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
Vondracek. Paco Brodsky. He's 1v2. Can he make something of it? Nearly able to squeeze that in on Karunen, who closed the gap quickly. Gardner had that puck just behind Peltonen, who had joined the rush. Offside, trying to get into the Pardubice zone.
Well, that was certainly a head of steam from Paco Brodsky. Rebound sat there for a moment, and we got to look at Reed Gardner. Former Prince Albert Raider put up some big points in the Western Hockey League, now doing the same for Oulu.
One straight back by Pardubice. Pass to center ice. Bucko Brodsky, did he get a piece? They say no. Another icing call bringing the puck all the way back to the Czech side zone.
You know, like we saw in the first period, Pardubice really establishing their will, if you will, in the offensive zone. Certainly got to give some credit to Oulu for, you know, keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Pardubice has not really been able to set that up here in the second.
Rushoff just couldn't find the handle on that one. He was in a great spot. Now in tight again is Oulu, and a penalty coming up. Rushoff tried to drag through a set of legs, but doesn't work. The whistle goes, and the finish side will go to the power play. Korpamaki gets hooked, it looks like, going across the top of the crease.
Well, Oulu's had the run of play throughout the last 7 or 8 minutes. It's really a matter of time before A, goal, good scoring chance, or B, drawing a penalty. They do that right here, and of course, we're able to get a power play marker in the first off the stick of Virta. He's on the ice to start.
In to take the draw, in fact. Melnick to his right, Tardif to his left. They win the draw. Back to the left point. The shot just misses the corner. And all the way back down the ice. And lively glass, lively board. So when you do miss on those kinds of shots, usually a couple hundred feet to bring it back into the zone. Gardner had that shot. Brings it over the blue line. Dropping for Melnick. Melnick dropping again now. Just gets to Marcus Bjork. Bjork backs it up. No shot. Melnick feeding down low. Melnick now into the slot. Virta couldn't pull the trigger. Back to Gardner. Blew a tire. They're going to have to work hard to get the puck back. Tardif will rim it onto the open side. And lots of time and space now for Melnick. Down low for Tardif. Had to play it off his skate. Controls now to Bjork. To Gardner. Quick pass to Melnick. Melnick still doesn't take the shot. Bjork into a maze of legs and a clear by Pardubice.
Oh, that was a huge block shot from Jan Mandat there. Terrific puck movement from Oulu. Mandat doesn't take the bait though, stays right in the lane for that shot down Main Street.
Second unit out now for Oulu. Kovarchik gave it up, now goes towards the goal. Sees it get past him. Turunen trying to return it to him, but no such luck. Back to neutral ice. Koivisto going far side. Rushoff looking to drop it for Turunen. All the way back to the blue line for Koivisto. Kovarchik sizing things up. Cross ice, and Turunen tried the one-timer. Couldn't execute. Kovarchik looking. Antti Roiko's at the top of the slot. Koivisto. Turunen gathers again. Coming to an end. Antti Roiko gets the shot on, looking for the rebound. Polmachka seals it, and it's still 1-1 in the second. I mean, good possession there, moving the puck nicely, but I mean, maybe that last chance is a good one, a grade A, but yeah, that's a good chance. Well, we have ourselves a hockey game here past the halfway mark. Still 1-1. Both sides getting power plays. They can't execute here in the second. And this should be a fun finish, Ken Simpson.
I think we're going to be in for A great, obviously, end of this second and third. And just a reminder, right now, Pardubice has 2 points. They're able to get a full 3 points with a victory in regulation. That would move them ahead of Freiburg in the top of the group and a bye directly into the semifinals.
We'll have to know the score and such to know what happens if this game goes beyond 60 minutes and they get a win. We'll cross those bridges when we get to them. Pardubice going to work below the goal line. Kellerman to the point. Puck gets through Hradek. And now Oulu charging down the left side. Hermanen lost the puck for a moment, battling to get it back. Martin Kaut swings into action. Quieter second period, but here he comes rumbling down the left side now across the line. Kaut dropping for Sedlak. Sedlak lost it for a moment, now goes behind the goal. Kellerman stripped of the puck. Sedlak picks it up again. To the point. Left side, Zboril looking for somebody fresh off the bench. Polacek thrown on goal by Radil. Save is made. And Oulu now a chance to get out. Cutting back was Tardif, lost it in the process. Musil, Zboril, and another save by Carden, who was in perfect position to stare him down, and he holds on for the whistle.
Tommy Carden gets right out above his crease there. He's about 2 or 3 feet, shutting down the angle. Zboril really has nowhere to put that puck except right into the stomach area. Karinen doing a good job to hang on.
Face off to the left of the Oulu net. Right onto it is Pardubice. Vala sealing that line. Has to do it again. High on the glass, but knocked down by Polacek. Vala, it is spinning away from Usala. Little whack. Undetected. Polacek kept it alive. Vala just let it squeak out, and now Pardubice has to tag up, but the puck's on Oulu's stick. And Virta looking for a pass. Got it underneath his stick to the blue line, and swinging the other way is Vondracek. Backhands it in deep. Stuck up against the end wall. Paso curls away from Paco Brodsky. Makes the pass to Virta on the right side. Back and forth they go. Not a lot of chances. Rakos back post. Couldn't connect with Herchik. Herchik lost it for a moment. Gets it back. Paso pinned up against the wall. Scrappy play here in the late stages of this second period. Virta content to ice the puck to get a break for everybody with 3:39 to play here in the second period.
We made the comment earlier this period of how hard Oulu was having to work to try to generate anything. Well, now with shoes on the other foot for Pardubice again. Attack zone possession, but just creating absolutely nothing. All on the perimeter. And as you mentioned, just a little bit sloppy. Passes maybe just not connecting. And as a result, really not a whole lot doing either way here.
A little curious from Virta there. I don't know that he was under a ton of pressure there to ice the puck.
Here we go.
But he seemed content to do so. Sedlak loses the draw though, so Bjork now waited and waited, got some space. Was hoping for his teammates to change. Kovacic at the blue line. Now some space for Oulu. And they'll start to change. That one was tipped in. No icing on the play. Pardubice it just inside the line now. Kellerman couldn't do anything with it. Korpamaki straight up the gut. Finds some room. Korpamaki, one dangle too many. Lost it at the last second. Still alive at the line. And Korpamaki will give chase into the corner. Collides with Dvorak. Dvorak up the boards. Kaut. A flipper. Sedlak. Chance to skate onto it. Lost it. But another chance, and Garnin makes the save and then is run into by Sedlak just as Kellerman had got the shot away. Rushoff tried to flip that in deep now on the second attempt. Pardubice is in. both sides changing.
Milos Kellerman on the top line for Pardubice has probably been the most quiet compared to Sedlak, and Kaut gets his best chance of the evening. A bouncing puck ends up on his stick, and a good save from Karunen.
Koivisto gives the puck away. It was loose, and Kosal with a blind pass right through the top of the crease. He's on it again, but can't get it off of Koivisto this time. It was gifted to him for a moment. Cross center ice. Antti Roikko goes no further. Trying the left side. Just getting out of the way there was Uliniemi. And here goes Pardubice again. Easy save for Karunen. Mondat setting up the shot. Vondracek was point blank, and he's robbed by Karunen. Quick hands there to get the pass and shot away, but turned away.
Now the best chance from Pardubice. And you'll see a good replay here. Vondracek gets this off quickly, but I think he deposits it right in to the glove of Karunen. If he got it up, there would have been no chance for the Oulu goalkeeper. Good speed from Mandat to create that play. And I think that's just what it's going to be for either team. More speed, keep pushing, and these opportunities will continue to open up.
Polacek. Vondracek into the corner. Lost it. Gets it back at the half wall, dropping for Polacek. Mondat, Vondracek trying to sneak it into the post, but Karunen and the defenders for Oulu keep it out for a moment. All sorts of momentum here for Pardubice. In again. Mondat to the point. Shot easily blockered away by Karunen, who is in a zone as he gets the stoppage in play with just over a minute left here in the second period.
A real late push here from Pardubice. And I think from the Oulu side, they would just like to get out of this minute and change, get into the dressing room with the score status quo 1-1.
Sedlak wins the draw. Kaut has to move fast with Paso on him. Kellerman wrapping it around through the crease. Sedlak couldn't get a stick on it. Sedlak again. Back in deep. Kellerman lost it in the skates. Sedlak nearly steals it back. Kaut will. Kellerman below the goal line through both the forwards. Now it's Kaut again. Kaut off the post on the outside. And into the netting, Martin Kaut nearly able to get another.
Now you can tell when players want the puck. Martin Kaut's one of those guys here. Teresnak may have been in a little bit better shooting lane, but he knows that Kaut's the shooter. He kicks it out on his forehand. Didn't have the best of angles. Maybe a sliver of daylight, short side up high, off the crossbar and over.
Face off one straight back by Oulu. Still a half minute to go. There's time for the Finnish side. Korpamaki couldn't reach that pass. And it'll go for icing. They'll get the offensive zone face-off they want here with 26.2 seconds remaining.
That's seemingly going to be the case for Oulu if they want to try to get number two or even beyond that is take advantage of their chances, because they really have been few and far between.
Korpamaki in to take the draw. Koivisto parked right behind him. It's won by Pardubice. Kosal has the pass go over his stick. 20 seconds left and chance to get in if they hurry. Not deep enough. Rushov has it. Holds and given away. And is there time for Pardubice? Just thrown towards the goal by Kosal. Easily turned away. Through the slot. That could have been dangerous if someone was there. Nobody was. And it remains a 1-1 game through 40 minutes of play, and we are poised for one heck of a finish here in Davos.
Well, neither team giving much here in the second period. trading a few chances, nothing point blank, except for that last one. Karhunen was able to make the save. We'll see if either team can jump out to a lead in the third period.
Tam byly 3 fauly, předtím než jste odpískali faul na nás a bylo z toho gól. Hned po přidání se hraje jako kráva.
Dobře, já se na to podívám. Pojďme se soustředit na hokej.
Tady mám gól.
Careful. Okay. Ready to roll. Pounding beers on the job. What was the third period game that really Freeburg's exploding against who? Oulu?
Oulu, yep.
Yeah. So we'll talk about how they have to sort of almost reverse that. They're not down here, but being outplayed maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And Freeburg reverse course.
That was 2-1. Freeburg won the third.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to this third period. 1-1, Pardubice and Oulu. And it has been tight. It has been back and forth at times here, Kent. And I can only imagine what the next 20 minutes are going to bring. Hey, it was Oulu carrying play against Freeburg, only to see Freeburg find its legs in the third. I would say Pardubice sort of carried the play over the first two periods, but maybe there's some push here from Oulu to win the third.
You're exactly right, Blake, and that's what they've got to rest their hat on here, is coming out with a good start. We talk about a little bit difference in style from both these teams. When Oulu's had success, it is moving the puck quick, it is keeping their feet moving, short little passes, jumping to holes. That may be what they need to do to take the lead here.
Lots on the line as we get a little bit closer and know the score line will keep you up to date on what it could mean in the standings. We know it won't end tied, though, with the overtime and shootout to determine a winner. But 3 or 2 points is going to mean the difference here as to who wins the group and who maybe gets an easier draw in the quarterfinals. Torriani lost it to Virta, though. Virta, high slot, didn't get that shot away as Kaut got his stick in the way. pile up in the corner. Long stretch passes made. Onside still, and swinging around was a fine play by Kellerman. Down the ice it goes for an icing call against Oulu.
Well, we got a quick look at some nifty mitts here from Patrick Virta as he pulls this through. We're not going to get that part. We're going to get Torriani
Tobogganing.
getting ridden into the boards here from David Musil. Virta was able to create a little time and space there, ultimately put it wide.
Gosal in to take the draw. Pavlovic to his right. Swings it back to the point for Dvorak. Pavlovic back to the point once more. Now behind the goal. Gosal cycling there with Rodil. Ready to get it back to him. And now right into the blue paint. Dangerously past a couple of Pardubice players, but nobody able to tuck it in. And not sure what the call is here. Oh, the net off its moorings, and it brings the face-off to the right of Karnen.
Well, Karnen tried to steer this puck back behind the net. He just missed it. Completely whiffed and missed. Pavlovic was right there. He was the one that ultimately put the net off its moorings, but definitely a little bit closer than Oulu and the Oulu netminder would have liked there.
Rodil wasn't far away from that puck either.
And just another example, Blake, of these lively end boards. Seemingly harmless puck goes right off the end and bounces right in front. And maybe just the speed that it came off of caught Kahunen a little off guard.
Everybody seems surprised, and especially the angle. It went right through that blue paint. And we remain tied just over a minute in here to the third period. Repairs are made. And ready to get going with the remainder of this period and hockey game. Day 3 of the Spengler Cup. And you're going to be using all of your seat here, I think, over the final 20 minutes. Vondracek parked right behind Polacek to take the draw here. Every scoring opportunity will be savored by each team here, but it's a big face-off win in the end for Virta, who hops over the boards, starts to change. And a big scrum in front of the benches. Usala sends it backward, gets it back off the end wall now, and finds Reed Gardner. Or pardon me, finds Melnick. Gardner giving chase now into the corner. Tardif is there alongside him. Vondracek couldn't catch that pass. Gardner taking off his stick. Jereznak, long pass back to Pokobrovsky. Pokobrovsky with a shot off the right shoulder of Karnen. And maybe the best chance early here in the period. Tardif all alone, solo mission here, wastes just enough time. Fresh recruits off the bench. Again, back into the blue paint off the end wall. And carried away by Pardubice. Pokobrovsky, one more chance right down Main Street. No shot this time. Off a body. And Korpamaki across the line. Off the skates of Hermanen. Rushoff backing into his man. Pass is made, but Ultima with the shot. And that one had a chance. Ultima backing up on the blue line. Won't get the pass this time. Hits the crowd in the middle of the slot. Hermanen finding his way in the offensive zone. Hayek with the shot. And a penalty coming up as Hermanen took down his man. Herchik. Pardubice to the power play.
This is a tough penalty to take here. As we saw Oulu with a couple of good chances, probably their best chance in about 15 minutes of play, and Hermanen just guilty of putting his stick in between the legs of the Pardubice defender there. And could this be the opportunity Pardubice needs to inch ahead?
Big moment here with 17-12 to play in the third. Back to the point, Cheresnak. Flipping it in deep, Mondat. Kaut. Cheresnak. And Kaut just couldn't receive that one softly. Through Vomachka, a little awkward as he came out of his net to play it. Cheresnak with the drop for Kaut. Across center. Chips right back to himself off the body of the defender. And now to Sedlak. Or to Mondat, pardon me. Kaut leaves that one in the corner. All the way around. But Radil couldn't keep that one in. And Vomachka holds for the full change to the second unit. And so far, uninspiring from Pardubice.
Yeah, you're right. And really good active sticks from Oulu there, taking away the lanes and ultimately being able to clear it as they do right here again.
Virta wastes some more time. Back to his own blue line and down the ice it goes. Under a minute remaining in the man advantage. Zaboral. Pavlovic. Now back to the point, Zaboral once more. Kellerman to Pavlovic, and now Zaboral back to the right half wall. And Oulu another chance to clear and making this penalty kill look rather easy, to be honest. Tardif calmly slides that in deep. And unless they hurry, that is going to be it.
You don't get a sense of urgency by any means here on the power play, that's for sure.
Waning seconds of the man advantage for Pardubice. I think that might have been offside at the line, no call. Puck laid free there. Pokabrodsky now on the backhand, couldn't create the wraparound. Turunen into the corner and kept alive here by Vondracek. Half of Pardubice still waiting for the change. Hayek from the point, but an easy save made by Karinen. And bodies flying again. And that one came after the whistle with 14:49 to play here in the third.
Well, probably one of the easier penalty kills you will see. Great job from Oulu and fairly uninspired from Pardubice. Probably the easiest save from Karunen on the afternoon right there. He's had 27 shots fired his way.
Well, the main pieces of that first power play unit right back out there as the top line of Sedlak, Kellerman, and Kaut return for this offensive zone draw. And Cheresnak just cannot receive the clean face-off win back to him. Musil. And tipped in by Kellerman. Sedlak hit on the end boards. Kaut trying to pick a pocket, does so beautifully. Out to Kellerman, who takes the shot, but that is well off the mark. And chased back by Musil. Sedlak across the line. Kaut waiting in the slot for it, and Sedlak on the wraparound from the backhand nearly made that work. Puck battle just inside the line. Kaut jumps over his stick. Passo shaking free of Martin Kaut to the blue line. Tardif content to send it backwards to get some space. Still the pressure's there from Pardubice. Tardif says, don't pass to me, I'm peeling off on a change. So Passo takes his time. Oulu finally into the offensive zone, feels like forever. Bjork passing that back from the point. Hermanen denied, and Pardubice a chance to exit. Radil, foot race with Passo. Pushes it to the other corner for Bjork. Up the near side. Hermanen, Korpamaki. D to D again here for Oulu.
Like, you really just see the emphasis on puck possession with both these teams. How, the last choice is to dump it in, as we see there. They just want to try to keep it on their stick. So often you don't like what it is, turn it back, regroup. And if you have to dump it in, that's your last choice scenario.
Safety first. Oulu again, machine. Off the boards, and a chance to skate onto it for Uli Niemi. Couldn't get it cleanly to the blue line and past Otava. Back down the ice. Not enough for icing. Machine trying to shake free of Brodsky. Uses the net as a pick. And he skates up the middle, center ice, and beyond. Machine takes some punishment. And T. Royka kept it alive for a moment. Puck towards the net, knocked down. Virta keeps it alive. Jusala off the end boards right towards the side of the goal. And Oulu really using the end wall, considering they've only played one full hockey game here. Starting to get smart with it. Puck towards Kaarinen and turned away is Daniel Rakos one more time. It's 1-1, just over 12 minutes to play. Honestly, having never played here before, they're using it well.
Oh,
Yeah,
struggling.
Yeah,
Struggling.
looking like Antila.
You can tell why you're 6'7" and never.
Oh,
yes,
do you?
please.
Do we?
Yes, please.
This game is going the way of my walk-offs.
But I mean, you can tell he doesn't like the rough stuff,
Yeah.
and he's losing all the battles.
Down here in the corner in the last period where he gently backed into something.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
You're 6'7", man. Back into Davos, Switzerland. Day 3 of the Spengler Cup. Blake Price, Kent Simpson alongside. And a tight one, 1-1. We approach the middle way point of the third period. Pardubice back out with his top line, but can't get possession in the offensive zone. And quite a rush there, up ice by Kovarchik, his first arrival really in this game. We haven't seen the puck on his stick much at all, and nearly went coast to coast. And Sedlak bustling his way on the backhand, and not through Kaarinen, who makes the stop. A one-man show one way and then the other as Sedlak nearly breaks the tie.
Well, back and forth. That's the first time we've seen that since the first period. As you mentioned, first it was Kovarchik, a beautiful little inside out. Doesn't look like he's able to get it quite through, and then back the other way. What a terrific second effort there from Sedlak. And Kaarinen just continues to be in the right position.
Clean face-off wins. Borrell brings that around. Touch for a moment there behind the net. Dvorak keeps it alive. Kosal back behind the net through Pavlovic, who was anticipating that carom, but he was tied up. Gardner on the right side. Tardif with them, drops it back to the point onto the stick of Pavlovic. Back the other way comes Pardubice. Chip and chase. Beaten to the puck though. Oulu quickly away as Paso carries it across center ice. Can't get it in deep. Could be a play the other way. Vondracek was on a solo mission but nearly made it work. Out of the corner now with it. Hayek with the shot. Left pad saved by Kaarinen. And back the other way on a clear.
Another great stop as Hayek jumps into the play. Defender, the trailer there on and off his stick in a hurry. Left pad save.
Under 11 to play, and Vondracek couldn't get a piece of it, so it's an icing call against Pardubice. Up to 30 shots.
Game opening up a little bit here. Both teams making the push to try to get the go-ahead marker.
See fans of both colors making it into Davos to watch the Spengler Cup. Really good support from all the clubs that are taking part. Korpamaki loses that draw, but Oulu able to push forward and get possession for a moment. Now it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Drop pass for Vondracek, and he couldn't get it cleanly, so as quickly as that 3-on-2 materialized, it's over. And Oulu begins to build. Open wing. puck battle. Hermanen and Korpamaki, who's taken down hard there by Musil, but still alive in the offensive zone. But right through everybody as Oulu was on a change. Jusala rims it around. Both sides look out of sync a little bit. Breakaway pass for Sedlak. Battles to get it back once more. Kellerman spinning away from a check in the corner. Martin Kaut is cocked and ready to unleash that one-timer. There it is, quickly. And Kaarinen got a piece over the glass and out of play. And that was in traffic. Kaut still able to get the shot away.
You could just see the Pardubice players. They knew exactly where Kaut was, and he was the option. Saw a good job from Kellerman turning it back there, doing a little reverse with the defender. And meanwhile, Kaut just stayed in the right spot at the top of the circle, ready to shoot.
Palovich in to take the draw. One to the boards. Battle ensues, and just over the line, Oulu gets a breath. Ready back on side now. Marcus Bjork in his own corner. Past the halfway mark of the third period. Is there a regulation time winner here on day 3 of the Spengler Cup, game number 1? If there is for Pardubice, they would take the group, leapfrogging Fribourg-Gotteron. Passo, the shot, glove save made by Bomachka. I think it was sailing wide anyhow, but the Czech keeper wasn't going to take the chance.
Well, a good job from Oulu there, winning the puck off the dump in, and as you can see, this was going a long ways wide, but a really good job from the Pardubice defender to clear the front of the net to make sure netminder Bomachka could see that, even if it was coming on net.
Face-off win for Oulu. Tardif circling, going behind the goal. Now he's still got room. Tries his shot, hits his teammate Melnick in front, and then that's chipped over the goal by Josh Melnick. Reed Gardner up against the end boards, trying to cycle with Melnick off of his stick, but right to Gardner. Sends it back to Melnick. Gardner trying to help out. Chases it to the open corner. Sends it back down low. Tardif couldn't come up with it. Melnick trying to help out. A chance to clear for Mandat, and it's down the ice. Vondracek giving chase. Whoa, and a dangerous hit from behind. Quickly whistled down. And Tomas Vondracek will be headed to the box. And you see some nervousness from the Pardubice fans as they were having front row seats for that infraction.
Now that was a real dangerous play. The icing got waved off, so then it was just a race for the puck. Vondracek and Passo. Vondracek realized he was not going to be first and gave that extra little shot. Passo able to get off on his own steam, which is a great sign because that could have been very, very dangerous. And you can see right in front of the referees right now, Captain Ate Otama looking to see if there's going to be further discipline, and the referees have made that signal. They're going to take a closer look.
Big time credit to Archu Passo, because at the very last second he adjusted his body to make sure he didn't go head first, and that is a tough, knowledge to have with the game at this speed. Right there, turns.
Yeah, good point.
Hello, Sasha.
So into the cave they go to take a look.
We hear you. We have a major
To see
penalty.
just how dangerous this is.
Let's see.
I mean, I think they saw it the first time around. It's just going to have to be a judgment call on what they want to award here.
I mean, two guys going full speed. And you just think about it, you're racing, you just don't expect to feel that cross-check on your back right there.
So
Oof,
give me one
it's
more
dangerous.
look.
It
Give me
is
one more
dangerous.
look. At the moment, I'm for the major and game, but
And it's interesting. A lot of times when we see these replays, Blake, we have the referees slowing it down frame by frame. It's
So,
almost when you watch it in fast speed,
I'm not for checking
you realize how
from behind
dangerous it
because
was.
he knows that the guy is coming, but the easiest to sell is 5 on a game for boarding. And do you confirm? Okay. Thank you, Sasha.
And they said they were looking at it for the possibility of a major and a game. And we'll see what the final verdict is. They seem quite resolute. That didn't take long. They said it was pretty plain to see. And it is the major and a game misconduct now to Thomas Vondracek. His night is over. And for the second game in a row here at the Spengler Cup, they'll see a player leave. Of course, it was Martin Kaut in the opening moments of the hockey game on day one, but nevertheless, a valuable body that won't be available, and more importantly, 5 of the next 8 minutes will be spent on the penalty kill.
I agree with that call. Yeah, it was a dangerous play. It was unnecessary. I think that's the right one. And now, as you mentioned, Oulu with the door wide open to not only get the lead, but even have an opportunity to bust this game wide open if they're able to.
And if they can capitalize here, they would leapfrog then Pardubice in the standings and get the more favorable matchup in the quarters. The faceoff win right back to Koivisto, kept it alive by an inch, and then it's wired maybe off the glove of Omachka there and out of play, but they'll get the faceoff to stay in the offensive zone.
Well, good job by Koivisto to keep that puck in right off the faceoff. Turunen was the shooter. Let's see a replay there, just keeps it in.
Kovarchik to Virta right off the draw, but they'll have to do that again.
Hold your stick on the ice, okay?
Interesting to see big Austin Rushoff as the
Be careful you have
other
on it,
point
okay?
man here, the left point. And this time it's won by Pardubice, and a quick shot off the glass. Rushoff does very well to hold the line, but there's 2 Pardubice players all over him. And it's still up for grabs. Finally swatted to neutral ice by Polacek. Back in for Oulu. Kovarchik trying to make a play at the half wall. Into the open wing. Turunen at the faceoff circle through the high slot. Kovarchik again on the half wall. To the point. Back to Kovarchik. Koivisto. Virta at the circle. Walks his way in. Takes the shot off of Omachka and wide. Kovarchik again. Reloads to Koivisto. Virta. Fought off by Omachka. Still loose. Rushoff is there. Open net for the wraparound, but defense is there to help. Across for Virta. Can't handle the puck cleanly, so it's to Koivisto. Back to Virta again. Time and space. Can't get the clean shot away. It's blocked by Musil. Virta. Koivisto. Kovarchik loading up his defenseman again. No, it's Virta on the right circle. Still doesn't take the shot. Omachka the save, and he holds on for the whistle. Still 1-1 in the middle of the major. Did I have something wrong there? Turunen on the front. Was it? Okay. Thank you.
I didn't want to bother you
Oh,
in
no.
the middle of it, but he's off now.
1177. You know, chest number. You know, goddamn. Oh, but you know what? There's my right-handed thing. He's a right shot. Wouldn't be on that circle. User error.
Yeah, I thought if Rushoff kicked that out to Kovarchik.
The defender was there, but don't you try that wraparound anyway, just for chaos, for the chaos factor? Like,
And,
yeah,
and
No.
you've got the reach. You don't have. You can still be behind the net.
Yeah.
Still wrap that.
that's
around.
right. Under 7 minutes to play here in the third period. Dynamo Pardubice and Kärpät Oulu all knotted at one, and still 3:42 left to go in the major penalty to Vondracek, the 5 in the game. A big-time power play opportunity, but they have to take advantage here.
Yes, they do, and it's about getting bodies in front and just attacking the net.
Might have passed up an opportunity or two in that first spell. And a quick clear off the draw, bounding puck. And Kellerman was there trying to pounce on it. Back the other way though, Oulu trying to get set up. Melnick shaking free. Gardner's open on the near side. Back down low for Tardif. Melnick lost the puck. Can they keep it alive? They can by centimeters. Back down low for Tardif. Melnick back to the blue line. Bjork the shot off a body and wide. A chance to clear for Pardubice. Down the ice it goes.
Well, again, at this point, I think you got to get away from anything pretty. I didn't mind that long shot. Didn't get through, though, but it's got to be pucks to net at this moment. Just overload the front, get in front of Vomachka, bang an ugly one in.
Kovarchik missed his target on the pass. First unit is back out. Turunen. Kovarchik. Antti Roikko trouble receiving the pass. He's hit hard by Polacek, but he's back to his feet. Kovarchik to Koivisto. Kovarchik looking far circle. Threads that through. Turunen is there. Scores! Timo Turunen breaks the deadlock. It's 2-1 for Oulu.
You could see Timo Turunen was the focus on that first unit in the opening minute. Led La Liga in goals last year. What a sauce pass across from Kovarchik. That allows Turunen some time. Hesitates for a moment, is able to get it past Dvorak, the Pardubice defender. A little bit of a screen in front of Vomachka. And what a shot and a huge goal for Oulu. As you can see, Austin Rushoff in front, a big body there, taking away the eyes of the netminder. And Blake's still over 2 minutes left on the power play.
You're right, relying on this 2-1 scoreline to hold would be a gamble. Getting one more in the final 2:11 of this power play would be well advised to ensure a victory here. They'll start 200 feet away though. Bjork swings out from behind his own net. Hirta is with him on the left, finds him. Lost the puck in the corner. Off the official, that might have been a break as Melnick was afforded time to get to the puck. Now into the open corner for Bjork. Back to the point, Tardif. His pass is picked off, and Tardif gloves it down at center ice. Stolen off his stick by Kaut. Short-handed, Martin Kaut can't get the shot away, nor the pass, and no call as he's taken down on the defensive play. Under 90 seconds left. And once again, Sedlak breaking in short-handed, and a good stick there by Koivisto, preventing a shot on goal. Two rushes up ice short-handed by the two most dangerous Pardubice forwards, and nothing doing, not even a shot on goal. Breaking over the line now, Kovarchik banks it to Turunen. Kovarchik and Turunen, of course, combining for the goal we just saw. Antti Roikko now dropping for Koivisto. Turunen in his office tries to get it to Antti Roikko. He redirected it. I think a save was made there by Vomachka. Sedlak going solo here, trying to waste some time. Under a minute remaining on the man advantage. In front! It's in! Musil pinching in! And he somehow found some space behind Karinen. And the most unlikely of heroes for Pardubice, the big defender, ties it up at 2.
How often do you see a big goal scored and then a team lets their guard down? And that's exactly what happened here with Oulu. Still with time on the power play. Terrific drive from Sedlak, and then look at Mondat jump on that loose puck. He recognizes Musil, jump down right onto his backhand. Karunen gets a little bit of it, but not enough. You can see the jubilation from Musil to put that in.
They are going to look at this to make sure it crossed the line, and my goodness, this could get interesting with the mound of snow that's up against that post. Is it clearly and obviously across the line? Was called a goal, so it has to be proven that it stayed on the line, and that was a very quick visit. There's the call. We are tied at 2 here in Davos.
Well, after giving up that goal-ahead goal, despite being shorthanded, you mentioned it, 2 great rushes from Pardubice. Nothing doing on either one of them, and then Sedlak just launches the puck ahead behind the net. And Mondat, normally you wouldn't want 2 forwards behind the goal line while killing a penalty, was the first one to it. Great recognition from Musil to jump down and bat with that one home on his backhand.
There was a time where Musil getting that low wouldn't have been too surprising, but later in his career now. And that's a rebound given up. Loose puck in front, and Tardif couldn't get that towards goal. Another opportunity behind the net, still on the man advantage. But down to a dozen seconds remaining. Bjork onto the right side. Melnick has to hurry to get the chance away now. Gardner back to Bjork. Tries to get a tip through traffic. No such thing. Vala sends it down the ice, and that is it. Back to even strength. And nothing was decided over those 5 minutes. It's still a tie game. Korpamaki. Off the glass by Gardner. Hermanen has his pocket pick by Kaut. And after a fabulous game, does Martin Kaut put another stamp on it? Musil, who just tied it up to Kaut. And sent in deep. Kaut to the bench for a change. Oulu trying to shake off what just happened. And how about these shorthanded goals at the Spengler Cup? What a story. A handful now across all the games. Otama has to send it back into the corner. Mika Pateri trying to extract. 4-man scrum there. And finally, rimmed around to the open wing. Zaboral only as far as center. Sent right back in. Chance at the blue line. Instead, Zaboral to Rodil. Down the right side, and Karunen steers it aside into the corner. Polacek puts it back to the open wing as Pardubice changes. Kovarchik dumps that on goal. Pardubice giving the puck away in neutral ice. Strong hit there from Polacek to take out Turunen. Down to 90 seconds to go. And a giveaway. Mondat couldn't get the shot. Pokobrodsky tries to slap it in, but it's stolen back. Rushov lumbering down the right side. Takes a shot and a glove save made by Vomachka.
Rushov was the one that just turned that over in his own zone. Looking for a little bit of reflection, gets a deflection off the defender Dvorak's stick. I think that was going wide. Vomachka made sure to sell it.
Good style points.
Just in case. And I mean, isn't this fitting? It's been so tight, and even with Oulu jumping ahead and still on the power play, Pardubice able to claw back. And Oulu with a face-off in the offensive zone decides to call a timeout.
Billy Mansima gathers his coaches and his key players around. They've huddled up on the Oulu bench, and they're getting a look at that fabulous pinch of Musil. And it's the way that Kaarinen has played over the final 50 minutes of this contest. It would be that kind of a goal only, right?
You're exactly right.
Shoots and scores wasn't going to happen.
He got a lot of it, just not enough. And, you know, quite frankly, you just don't expect a defender pinching down shorthanded when there's two forwards behind the net already. And that caught everyone off guard, including the Oulu defenders.
The net is empty for Oulu. Nothing to lose at this point, and this is a great strategy in a tournament format. Not trying to save the draw here, trying to win the hockey game, and with a minute 14 on the clock, Oulu goes to 6-on-5. Face-off won by Pardubice. The home run pass is stopped by Gardner. Gardner feeds the far side. The shot off of Vamachka, loose and back through the slot area. And that was a pass off the stick of Melnick. And now, did that jump up into the bench? Play blown down.
It's going to be icing. Torriani missed that completely.
Wrong side of center, and that means that Kaarinen has to get back in net, and we'll see the face-off down on the other end.
So even if you're wondering why they're pulling the goalie, even if Oulu were able to win in overtime or shootout, that only gives them 2 points. The bonus point would go to Pardubice, which would give them 3. So no matter what, they would finish third in their pool. So the only way that they can jump ahead of Pardubice is a regulation victory.
I'm sure we'll see Kaarinen make a move. Virta just gets that pass through. To the line. Bjork has to pick up the change there. Count is prowling, looking for an empty netter to give him 2 on the night. Torriani across the line, drops for Gardner. Bjork. Torriani, the shot missed the net and all the way down the ice. Bjork has to give chase, and they'll only have one more shot here in the waning seconds. Torriani across center. Gardner again, backhand, forehand, dekes his way to the slot area, loose puck in the crease. Out front, and now an attempt on the open goal will sail wide, and it's an icing call if they hurry, but Rushoff gets to it late. And it stays 2-2. We'll head to overtime.
Well, they had one last look at it. As you can see, Gardner gets the puck to the net. Torriani's there. Virta's there. No one could really get any wood on the stick. Pardubice is able to be the first ones to it to clear it out of harm's way. And so, you know, with this going into extra time, the most points in the round robin that Oulu can get is 2. That won't be enough. That will keep them in third place. So what they will do is play the second place team in the Catini group.
For Pardubice, though, they'll want to win this contest to win the group. They would do so based on the number of points from that direct encounter with the current leaders, Fribourg-Gotteron.
I take care penalty.
You with us? You're exactly right. Freiburg has 4 points right now, 1 in regulation and a shootout loss. 2 points for Pardubice, so another 2 would get them to 4, but they have the head-to-head victory over Freiburg.
So something on the line for Pardubice. Kicks and giggles here for Oulu, if you will. And it's a big difference for Pardubice. It's a day off and a straight advancement to the semifinal. So can't really emphasize how much that is worth, getting the extra day off for rest purposes, not to mention the fast track to the semi.
Thomas Vavachka, the Pardubice goaltender, already went scoreless through overtime the other day. Fans are holding their breath, and no surprise to see number 61 start for the team in red.
And being still group play, just to 5 minutes of overtime. And you wonder what's left in Oulu's fight here.
Here we go.
Having nothing to play for. But, of course, there's always pride. Zaboral to Kaut. Streaking down the left side. Has Sedlak in the middle. Finds Sedlak at the top of the circle. And Sedlak couldn't find an alley. Kaut in traffic. Awkward pass there from Sedlak. They'll regroup and neutralize. Sedlak with the curl and drag. Gave it away. Chance for Tardif. Takes the shot and off the shoulder, it looked like, of Vomachka. Still possession for Pardubice now. Kaut thinking about a solo effort. Get some reinforcements off the bench. There's the shot from Rakos. And that sails over the glass.
Well, turnover in the neutral zone. Tardif gets a deflection there and then off the helmet of Vomachka. Doesn't phase the Pardubice goaltender.
Daniel Rakos has not had a lot of ice time, but he's getting prime spot here in overtime. Won by Oulu, though. Machine thought about getting in behind the D. Waits for the entry there. Permanent. Tried the wraparound. Stopped by Vomachka. Hayek wheels in his own zone. Long pass is there for Kellerman. Kellerman all on his own. Can't get the shot away. And nobody to pass to. Paso picks it up for Oulu. Will grab from behind. Uncalled from Radil. And now change complete for Oulu. Poor pass behind the net though. Torriani has to give chase. Paso. Out the far side. Torriani looking for the pass. Missed him. And it's going to be an icing call against Oulu.
Well, the best chance there for Pardubice came off a errant line change from Oulu. And you got to remember, A, it's 3-on-3, but B, we got a lot wider ice surface, so a lot longer room to skate to get to your bench and alternatively to get back on the ice into the play. Oulu able to escape any danger though.
3:21 to go, face off straight back. Forcing Zaboral to give chase. Shaking free of Torriani, drops the puck back for, guess who? Martin Kaut is back out there with Sedlak. Sedlak looking for the flip pass. He'll get it in stride. Sedlak is in! Stopped by Kärpät. Sprawling with the left pad. Kovarchik the other way with Torriani. There's the drop pass. Torriani didn't like what he saw. Top of the slot now. All sorts of traffic. Torriani gets it back. Left circle. Thought there was a shooting lane there, but he didn't. Flips it to himself now. High slot. Spins. And Kovarchik never had a chance to play the puck. And a change for Oulu and a change for Pardubice. Past the halfway mark of this overtime period.
What a look from Sedlak on the saucer pass from Kaut to spring him free.
Just perfect. And now in front! Over the crossbar, and what a tip from Rakos. Spectacular pass as well from Kellerman. Stripped at center was Pardubice. Gardner will wheel out of his own zone. Speed as he gains the line and space opens up. Gardner just misses. Tried to power that through. Vomachka nearly did. Radil down the right side. Hayek is with him. Dishes to the left. Hayek looking for the return pass. Radil parks at the post, and now it's a breakaway for Gardner. Gardner in all alone. Gardner scores! Oulu wins it in overtime. And the Finnish side claims victory to round out the group stage. Fribourg-Gotteron wins the group. Pardubice second. And Oulu with the victory, finishing third. And we'll move on to the quarterfinal action tomorrow.
Well, we got to look at the best chance here from Pardubice. A huge toe save from Karhunen. And then Gardner, who just had a great opportunity before that, as this one goes off the crossbar from Rakos. And then a heads-up play from Gardner not to come all the way back into his zone, recognizing that it might get out to him, and he just takes his time. Quick little hitch left to right, opens up the pads of Vomachka and slides it through with authority. And as you mentioned, really doesn't make a difference in the standings, but it looked good, and it definitely feels good for Reed Gardner.
Big goal, and what an entertaining night here in Davos, but it's only just begun as Canada gets set for Straubing coming up later.